Hey y'all, this is Leslie with Scratch Made Homestead. I'm coming to y'all from the raised bed garden this morning. It's a beautiful day and it's a great day for picking onions. So yesterday I was walking by here and I've been kind of watching them to see the green stalks falling over when they're about 50% of them fall over. That's when you need to pick them. But I noticed a worm on one of them yesterday and they're really nice and big, and so I thought, well, I'm gonna go ahead and pick them. So I was gonna do that yesterday, but we had a deal with our meat chickens and 2 stray dogs, so use your imagination on that one. It was a whole day ordeal. So I didn't get to do it yesterday, and I told Danny this morning, I said, I've got to get out there and do this. So here we go. Let me just tell you a little bit about how and where I planted them. So these sets came from my local feed and seed store, and I don't know the name of them. I don't know if they're long day, short day, intermediate. I just don't know. I just always pick them up from the feed and seed store when it's time to plant. And so I planted these back as far as I can remember. I think it was about maybe the end of, or the middle of October is when I planted them. And we did have a really harsh winter this year. We got, well, at Christmas, it was down in the 20s several days in a row. And then it seemed like, was it February maybe? It was up in the 80s. And so, but they weathered it really well. And as far as the dirt that I use, several years ago, we went and got cotton gin compost, and that's what's in the bottom. And then I put topsoil, and then I put mushroom compost. And I planted them probably about 3 inches deep. And I know that sounds kind of deep, but that is how I've always done it, and it does work really well for me. So when you start seeing the stalks getting bigger, like about, an inch in diameter, something like that, that's when you want to ring them. And if you don't know, ringing your onions is what will give you a big slicing onion. And that means that you basically just pull the dirt away from it, and it gives that bulb room to grow. And so that's what we've done. I'll pull these, and then I'll shake the dirt off, clean the dirt off, and pull some of the dried skins off, and then hang them on a rack that I have over on my deck. And the rack is maybe, 2.5 feet wide by about 8 foot long. And it has holes in it, for lack of a better word, about this big. So these onions are gonna fit really well in there, and I'll hang them upside down. So are y'all ready to pick an onion? I am. All right, so here we go. Just shaking some of the dirt off. So here's the first one. And there's the roots of it. It amazes me how they don't really have a very big root system on it, but you can see how big the diameter, there's my finger, how big the diameter of the stalk is. And then you can see it's cleaner up here than down here is where it was sitting in the dirt. So I moved the dirt away from it, and that gave the onion, it grew from here, to here in diameter after I pulled the dirt away. So now I'm just gonna take some of the dried skins off down to, where it's nice and clean. See if I can get it without scratching the next layer of onion. Can y'all see that? See how nicely it cleans up? And then you have that on the back. And you just, again, you just peel it off. All that dirt's getting on my shoes, y'all. Can you see that? See, just pull it right off. And this one, I'll go ahead and just kind of, well, I'll take my scissors and cut that off before I hang it on the rack. Just clean them up really good and nice, and then let them dry in the rack. And right now, I've already picked a few of them. Let's see, can y'all see those? And I put them in my basket, and then I'll take them to the deck. So you want to do one more? This one's a little bit smaller, but it's still a nice size onion. I've never seen onions this big in the grocery store. So then you just take the skin off, that dried skin. See, just like that. Oh, I got a little bit too much on that one. So that's how I grow big slicing onions. I hope this helps y'all. Onions are not hard to grow once you figure out about the ringing part. You do have to be careful not to gouge the outside of the onion when you do your ringing. So what I do basically is just take a spoon and just kind of very gently dig from around the onion. And I do have purple onions planted 2 boxes over, and I'll do another video on those. Those are not as big. I think I may have planted them a little bit too deep. Like these that I'm harvesting today, I planted about 3 inches deep, and my purple onions, I may have gotten them a little bit too deep, and they're not going to be as big. And I didn't get to ring them as well as I did these. So y'all want to pick another one? Hold on, let me get a big one. See? Nice and big. Take the dried skin off. It's not hard, y'all. You can do it. And just a word to the wise, buy local. Buy local. And I have started some from seeds before. And I don't have very good luck with onion seeds. So I just started buying the sets from my local feed and seed. All right, y'all. This is Leslie with Scratch Made Homestead. Y'all like, share, and subscribe if you're so inclined. I sure would appreciate it. Peace, y'all.